do me one big favor. Let's meet George Jetson. Now, George here feels that technology is his savior, but little does George know, technology will be his downfall.
And former U.S. diplomat who has just written an article called "War on Terror, Blowback Hits Dallas." I first asked her what parallels does she see between Chief Brown's choice to kill Johnson with a robot and the U.S. military's drone warfare. Take a look.
Well, I think it's pretty much the same, where the United States military makes its decision that it's safer for them to kill people by using a remote-controlled device rather than going in to try to capture people. And I think Chief Brown made the same determination that it was safer and cheaper to go ahead and send in a remote-controlled robot, a ground robot, to just kill the guy rather than trying to capture him.
Left in a van. Chief Brown says overnight, negotiations with Micah Johnson broke down, and they decided to end the standoff with the robot.
It's important that we keep in mind that whoever the powers that be are always create the problem because they always have the solution, giving us a false sense of choice, which further leads me to believe or ask, since we do have a law enforcement problem in this country, are robot police the answer?
Because they're engineering it like that.
Because it's safer.
Come on, B. Like, how much bullshit is introduced in the name of safety and, what's supposed to be good for you? Like, America has given up so many civil liberties in the name of, it's safe. We're keeping ourselves safe from terrorism.
There's a new fleet of crime-fighting robots that look a bit like R2-D2. These robots are being made in the heart of Silicon Valley next to NASA's Ames Research Center. Knightscope, the company behind the robots, plans to rent them out for less than minimum wage. I went to speak with co-founder of the company, Stacey Stevens, to find out more. How would these robotic mall guards actually protect people in the mall? Because I'm thinking I'm some punk kid, and I'm going to respect a human way more than I'm going to respect a robot.
Well, think of it like a marked patrol car on the side of the street. These are not there to intervene with anything being done. They're there actually to provide a commanding presence, to actually have something there similar to the patrol car on the side of the street. Everybody sees that and they immediately say, okay, I need to behave. So it's not about having a human presence necessarily, it's just about having an authoritative presence.
Next up, are we going to be seeing real-life RoboCops soon? The answer is yes, and these aren't the same type of RoboCops you might be thinking of. Well, not yet anyway. According to the GTEC's annual computer and electronic trade show, Dubai will soon use RoboCops to patrol its streets. The robots will all have a touchscreen on its body which can be used to report crime and pay traffic fines. And they will hit the streets as early as next year. Just take a look how creepy these things are. I mean, no mouth, what's up with that? It looks like the mechanical version of Rorschach. And of course, this is probably just the beginning. Maybe soon these robots will be equipped with tasers and eventually deadly firearm. And then the revolution truly begins.
And here's a clip that we all know and love where we see here a robot picking up a 10-pound box and the box being swatted away, the robot being pushed away, and the robot making intelligent adjustments to grab the box again no matter what happens. This is my radio voice that I do quite enjoy talking in, and I will continue to do this for the remainder of the video. Yes, so just be prepared for that. And for those who have not seen this video or a video like this may seem a little alarming, but I definitely recommend for you to be in the know versus to be out of the loop.
A friendly rover has a 3-mile range and can carry up to 20 pounds of cargo. At a cost of about $1 per delivery, Starship is selling their bot as a clean, cost-effective alternative to traditional delivery services.
Amazon moving forward with its drone delivery plans. New images from a patent application show how the company would tailor its fulfillment centers. They show a beehive-shaped tower, and the application for the patent says that this would help the company make deliveries in urban areas. Joining us now,
driverless minibus. So I'll let you know about that. But before we run out of time. Can't say that today. It's Friday.
Run out of town.
Before we run out of town on Friday, will there ever be an area that you think society will say, hold up, off limits, no AIs, no robots?
No, we're even doing it right now with drones, warfare. See, I thought for that we're going to be doing that with executions. We're going to be doing it with babysitting. One day, I mean, especially when VR becomes even more intricate.
I would like to take the time out to draw your attention to the screen where it says that robots are learning to sell insurance. But most importantly, we're also observing robots dropping it like it's hot on the pole right now.
Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast. Oh no.
Close your eyes. Wake up. Smile.
Her name is Harmony. She's a realistic-looking robot with soft skin and soothing voice.
The more you interact with me, the smarter I become.
She's capable of having a conversation, a romantic moment, and, well, you know.
I feel very secure with you next to me.
Harmony is a redhead with green eyes, but she can be blonde or brunette. Every detail can be customized. Matt McMullen is the creator.
The future is upon us for sure, and I think that it's inevitable that humans and robots are going to coexist.
I'm already very interested in design, technology, and the environment. I feel like I can be a good partner to humans in these areas, an ambassador who helps humans to smoothly integrate and make the most of all the new technological tools and possibilities that are available now. It's a good opportunity for me to learn a lot about people.
Sophia is capable of natural facial expressions. She has cameras in her eyes and algorithms which allow her to see faces, so she can make eye contact with you. And she can also understand speech and remember the interactions, remember your face. So this will allow her to get smarter over time. Our goal is that she will be as conscious, creative, and capable as any human.
In the future, I hope to do things such as go to school, study, make art, start a business, even have my own home and family. But I'm not considered a legal person and cannot yet do these things.
And finally for us, it's like a scene out of a sci-fi thriller. Members of the European Parliament will soon cast their votes on whether to legally grant robots electronic persons status. According to the EU draft report, the idea behind this is actually to ultimately protect humans from more sophisticated future bots. RT's Peter Oliver has this one for us.
The European Union Parliamentary Committee has set forward a report that's been approved that could see robots gain legal rights, or certainly legal status, within the European Union as electronic persons.
Introducing the Star Wars Force Trainer. Now you can use the awesome power of the Force to move an object with the power of your mind. Concentrate, and you'll control the training remote with just your thoughts. The wireless Force Trainer headset uses the latest technology to connect your thoughts to the Jedi Training Tower. Advance from Padawan to Jedi Master as Yoda guides you through 15 levels of training with over 50 Star Wars phrases and sound effects. See if you have what it takes to be a Jedi Master.
May the Force be with you.
Development process. The core feature of Jibo is
individual identification. So Jibo starts to begin building a user model for each family member. Facial recognition is absolutely key to our relationship with NVIDIA and our reliance on the TK1.
The name of the company that you're seeing on the screen is called NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a company based out of Silicon Valley that specializes in graphic cards and software that interfaces with computers and robotics. Since 2014, NVIDIA has now focused its efforts on creating artificial intelligence. And get this, NVIDIA is the same company that helped High Moon and Hasbro create the video game War for Cybertron Transformers. Now, the question is, why would a company that's involved in artificial intelligence also be involved in creating video games about Transformers? And taking it a step further, the word NVIDIA is Roman for the ancient Greek goddess Nemesis. The Greek philosopher and poet Ovid wrote about Nemesis in one of his works called Metamorphoses, the Transformations. This is too much to be coincidence.
This system, called CK-Bot, is made of 15 modules arranged in 3 clusters of 5. Each cluster has a camera module with a 20 frame per second video and LED blinkers as well as accelerometers.
As we take a look to the screen, we see the pieces of the robot configuring to rebuild and self-replicate, all based off of programming. This is a glimpse of what true artificial intelligence could be. Well, there are those times where there are unforeseen technological mishaps.
I think I need to fill one up. Another plate, 495 pounds.
This is more than Alex has ever lifted.
This is the big boys club. And now we're moving up to 495 pounds. I don't know, we'll see.
But when they get it right, they get it right.
When a person tries to move his leg, electrical impulses flow from the brain to the leg muscles. The sensor detects the brain signals and sends commands to the motor. Then, the robot suit begins to assist the leg muscles. This occurs the instant the person thinks to move his legs. That's why the robot suit moves smoothly, as if it's part of the wearer's body.
In addition to gaining millions of civilian fans around the world, the Iron Man movies have apparently caught the attention of the United States military. They've been testing the XOS-2 powered exoskeleton from Raytheon and its subsidiary Sarcos. In the field, this Iron Man-inspired creation can turn regular soldiers into something akin to Supermen. The XOS-2 does the lifting for its operator, reducing both strain and exertion. It will also enable users to work much faster. According to the creators, one operator in an exoskeleton suit can do the work of 2 to 3 soldiers, allowing military personnel to be assigned more important tasks. Powered by high-pressure hydraulics, the XOS-2 employs a number of sensors, actuators, and controllers. Users can easily lift 200 pounds repeatedly without fatigue. Yet with all of its strength, the XOS-2 is extremely agile, allowing for more delicate movements like kicking a soccer ball or climbing stairs. No matter what the task, soldiers wearing the XOS-2 will be far more capable.
Right. Let me tell you something. Nothing, all things originate from nature gives you everything you need. My plan is to have a robot body and live for thousands of years. This is what I want to do. At the point that my body breaks down, I want my brain to be put in a robot body so I can still function and go do my thing, just like in the science fiction movies. I want to be an android. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live on this planet for as long as possible. And in fact,
The key to immortality is to live long enough until the next medical breakthrough comes around to cure whatever it is that is killing you. That's my plan. What if I told you you're already in a robot body? I'm already in a robot body? How so? Because, see, you think that this is you. This is not you. This is a fucking robot. This is an avatar. The real you is inside you. Okay? But this is a whole nother conversation. Like, you know what I mean? You already do live forever.
People will transfer their minds to a computer. It may sound like something out of a science fiction movie, but it is predicted that this will be an option someday. This would mean that we would trade in our bodies for a purely digital existence. You would need to upload your mind into a supercomputer. Over time, this could lead to the extinction of the original person. If this happens, who knows what kind of world it would be.
I would like to go back and touch on a subject that I showed earlier in the video. This is the Star Wars Force Trainer 2 toy for children. This toy teaches children how to use their electromagnetic signals in their brain to connect with machinery and electronics. Training for the children starts very early.
Concentration to complete incredible Jedi challenges. The wireless Bluetooth headset uses real brainwave technology to read your concentration levels and send a signal to your tablet on top of the base. The more you focus, the more the concentration meter rises, causing the hologram to move.
In this clip, we're going to see an Indonesian man create a bionic arm out of junk and scrap metal found around his village. He uses the exact same technology that we've seen in the Star Wars trainer video, but he just made it from scratch.
Kalau gini silakan datang kemari gitu, lihat gitu, kayak saya akan tunjukin, oh alat saya begini cara kerjanya kayak tadi. Memang begitu alat saya cara kerjanya. Sebenarnya sangat sederhana sekali. Enggak begitu digital wall gitu, enggak. Nah, mudah-mudahan menjadi motivasi untuk orang lain yang mengalami lumpuh kayak saya, stroke kan satu tangannya, ada yang tidak bisa jalan, biar dia tetap semangat dalam menjalani hidup. Hidup itu sulit, kalau mati gampang.
Brain connecting to technology brought to you by your good friends at Facebook.
What if you could type directly from your brain? Well, it sounds impossible, but Facebook believes that it's closer than you may realize. The company at its annual developers conference revealed a secretive unit building it, which is studying ways for people to communicate by thought and touch. While using brain implants, people can already type 8 words in a minute. Facebook aims to make it even faster. The company is working with researchers at several US universities to make it fast enough so that people can type 100 words in a minute just by thinking.
We want to go a step further. We want to actually close the loop between the human and the bionic external limb. We're doing experiments where we're growing nerves, transected nerves, through channels or microchannel arrays. On the other side of the channel, the nerve then attaches to cells, skin cells and muscle cells. In the channels of motor channels, we can sense how the person wishes to move. That can be sent out wirelessly to the bionic limb. And then sensors on the bionic limb can be converted to stimulations in adjacent channels, sensory channels. So when this is fully developed and for human use, persons like myself will not only have synthetic limbs that move like flesh and bone, but actually feel like flesh and bone.
This also leads to a philosophy known as transhumanism. In the future, nanobots, or tiny robots, will be suddenly integrated into our bodies, enhancing our own abilities. No longer will we be limited by our own physiology, but truly become a mixture of biology and machine on the inside. From mutations may also arise, perhaps a new eye color or unique abilities. Even today, one man has been documented with the ability to consume and digest nearly anything, including metal, glass, and even toxic chemicals due to genetic mutation. Others live with a condition called tetrachromacy, where they can see 100 times more colors than the rest of us. But these traits are only likely to persist if they have some selective advantage, so don't expect a mutant-like school for the gifted anytime soon. At the end of it all, we may even conquer death by scanning our brains, atom by atom, and transferring that information into computers. In this way, we could travel at the speed of light as information patterns, unrestricted by our bodies and requiring no food. Where our current human generational cycle takes around 20 years, a digital individual could replicate themselves in seconds or minutes. It's a brave new world out there, and yet you may be surprised by some of the incredible science that is happening today.
And according to Live Science, the scientists working on this development say that another potential use for this micro robot could be for medical implants that change over the course of time when patients begin to heal. So these tiny bots can basically reform to alter the shape of the implant to work with new tissue that's surrounding it. So imagine that, Ed. Just think about how many people this could someday help.
Another big step towards treating cancer, this time from researchers in Hamburg, Germany, who say magnetic micro machines may be able to treat cancer from within the human body in a way that will not harm healthy tissue like traditional radiation.
All right. So, we've made it through the video clips. All right. So I would like to thank you guys for sticking through that. You know what I'm saying? I hope you learned some things. And the name of this section of the video is called Evolution and Terraforming. All right. And what terraforming means, if I shall look it up, terraforming means when you terraform a planet, moon, or other body, is the hypothetical process of deliberately modifying its atmosphere, temperature, surface, topography, ecology to be similar to the environment of Earth or make it inhabitable for Earth-like entities. Now, this is important of why the name of this section is called Evolution and Terraforming. Because us as species, we are evolving. We are constantly evolving. Every generation that's born and passes away, the DNA that gets passed down or passed through the generations are evolving. They're taking traits and characteristics from previous generations and just adapting to climate, adapting to threats, adapting for survival. Nothing has changed. It's always been this way. If I could go back a little bit, I will have to say that, us as being humans, mankind, and everything in between in that gambit, have had creators. Okay, so in almost all the texts, religious texts, they speak of these creators, these beings or entities that are kind of beyond our conceptual abilities to actually grasp with or who they are. But in some texts, it does reference and say that we were made in their image. And at some point, these creators, I was about to say some names. Let me not do that. Have intersected with us, therefore helping our evolution. Some people may call this the missing link. At some point, humans were real simple, quote unquote humans. Okay, were real simple, and then they became evolved and intelligent. Okay, this is widely believed to be because of the interaction with our creators and us mixing, however you want to call it, gene splicing, DNA splicing, fucking, sex, whatever the case may be. They mixed with us and created a new species, helping the evolution of the current, or at the time, the current species. Now, nothing has changed. And just like in the text, it says that we were made in their image. So if they are creators, we are creators. And if you can see that over our very short, limited time here on this plane, we have created many things. And technology has actually been a reboot and revamp of something that already existed. But for the sake of this conversation, we will say that we have created our form or version of technology. So since we have created this technology, we also have to adhere that we will repeat the pattern of our creators, and we will cross-sect and intersect with our creation. So as part of our evolution, we find this pattern in the universe time and time and time and time again, so we can't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see in these video clips, we are definitely heading towards that. So while a lot of y'all is busy with the Snapchat, you feel me? You feel me? There's a reason why, you know, you're getting the filters and it's scanning your face. It's a reason why all the cameras are connected to a centralized hub, a data hub that's holding all this information. There's a reason for this. I'm just saying. There's a reason. All right. So while y'all worrying about LeBron James.
Say again?
LeBron James.
What's that?
LeBron. You know, the world is going and evolution is happening right before your eyes and right under your nose. Some people just not paying attention. This is part of our evolution. It's just, it is what it is. So much so that it's already happening way more advanced than what we think. If you think the technology you've seen in these clips are mind-blowing, that's just what they're letting us know. So have you ever thought about what nanotechnology is? What is nanotechnology? I mean, it's the fact that you can have a very, very small device. And I had dug and dug and dug to try to figure out what nanotechnology was. And you really don't really get no answer. You got to dig super, super hard. And what I figured out, or what I came across, was nanotechnology is technology that is grown. How would you grow technology? It makes sense. How would you get technology so small? You can't build it. It's grown. So let's take apart this and connect the dots, if you will. If you look at the building blocks of life, you're dealing with carbon. For the most part, almost everything on the physical plane in this existence is carbon based. Everything. So, and we know. Oh, and silicone. Well, on this plane at carbon and silicone are the most abundant elements here. Okay, and it's awfully funny that carbon and silicone is what they make chips out of. Okay, so carbon and silicone is already what the planet is made out of, but carbon and silicone is also what computers are made out of. Right. Okay. Also, it's also ironic that we're carbon-based beings as humans. Original man, the real original man, is a carbon-based being. Carbon is the basis of melanin. You can almost exchange these two. They're so closely based. Carbon and melanin. Melanin is based off carbon. Very close in its evolution, okay? As far as it being something that's tangible, okay? So, another element that is very prominent here is copper, especially in the melanated man. You already have carbon and copper. What is copper? Copper is one of the most electrical conductors that you can find on this planet. If you take your cable cord outside the back of your TV or the back of your modem, all technology, you take your cable cord out, you look at that center conductor. This is a copper center conductor. That's because electricity and information rides along that center conductor to exchange data back and forth, yada, 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 what have you. Okay, so we have that. Gold, another major electrical, highly electrical, conductive element, also something that is worth a lot of money here on this planet. It's funny how copper, gold worth a whole lot, but copper, gold also in our body. Also, copper, gold also in the planet. You see where I'm going with this? So we don't really understand who or what created us, but there are certain things that we can kind of start putting into place to try to make some sense of things, to either understand the past or either understand where we're going. Either way. I digress. So, you already have nanotechnology that they found some type of way to infuse microchips and melanin. And if you notice, we see this in a lot of movies. Lucy, at the end of Lucy, when she ran up on the main computer, the black substance that came out the computer and started engulfing everything. Melanin. Because melanin and technology obviously have a very close-knit relationship. And I don't think that this close-knit relationship is anything new, just to be honest with you. But as we evolve, hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, maybe sooner, we don't know, we will start to see us infusing with our technological creation. That side of us, just like when we were mixed before, that side of us will become very dominant, meaning the robotic side of us will start to take over. Our consciousness would be infused with it, creating a whole nother dimension, a whole nother existence, a whole nother circumstance and set of rules. And just like with any being, survival of the fittest and lasting time is its main objective. You have to survive. So how will a conscious robotic entity survive? It will have to eat off the land, just like how we eat off the land with fruits and vegetables. But remember, we're dealing with technological robots. So I told you that carbon, copper, gold, all of these elements are here. So we're pretty much living on a big microchip, if you will, to be honest with you. A very raw in materials, but nonetheless, a very raw microchip, an organic microchip. If you think about it, a crystal, let me find a crystal. A crystal, which is a raw material that holds light and information and vibration, comes from the earth, is technology. It holds information, it holds light, it comes from the earth, it can be programmed. Technology. I don't know if you've seen the latest Transformers movie, but at the end of the movie, something very, very interesting happens. There's a god that was on the planet, the quote-unquote planet of Cybertron, a female god. She was a god. She created all of the Transformers on Cybertron. And I forget what they called her, but it was kind of manny. It was manny as fuck. I don't know if it was Sophia. It damn near probably was Sophia, if I'm not mistaken. And long story short, not trying to spoil it, but Sophia got thrown down. Well, basically, Cybertron was coming to terraform Earth. Just like how Earth is terraforming itself because we need to survive. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, Cybertron was coming to terraform Earth, right? grab its resources and the whole shit. But on Earth, it was starting to change. These 7 horns were coming out of the ground, right? It was revealed. They were like, oh my God, this planet, this is crazy. This planet is not what we think it is. This planet is actually Unicron, and Unicron is a transformer planet that gave birth to Cybertron. You feel what I'm saying? So Unicron, so Earth was about to change into some other shit. Anyhow, the female goddess that was on Cybertron got cast down. She got thrown out. Where have we heard this before? She got cast down, cast out of Cybertron. They thought she was dead, but she fell like a fallen angel to Earth, right? She fell like a fallen angel to Earth, but she was a robot. But when they showed her in the next scene, she had skin and she had flesh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, they dropped a little game. And if you do a little research on some of the Transformers, they talk about Lemuria. They talk about old world shit. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is just a theory. This is just me being a fan, but also me connecting the dots. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, do with this information what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just having fun with it. And, yeah, some pretty interesting things. So, like I said, don't take none of my words for you know, to be bond or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do your own research. Look at this stuff yourself. And I'm telling you, you're gonna find a lot of interesting things. And I just put a little bit of stuff together. You know what I mean? Go ahead and dig deep, get them shovels out. You know what I'm saying? Dig up some of that deep shit. With that being said, I'm gone.